Students of class 6, so today I am going to start the next topic, and the topic is conversions. So here first of all I am going to discuss some conversions. So first conversion is in money. So you can see rupee 1 is equal to what? Rupees 1 is equal to 100 paise. So paise we can write it as P. So if I want to convert from paise to rupee, then what I have to do? For 1 paise I have to find, that means we have to divide rupee 1 by 100. So see, if I write 1 paise, if I want to find for 1 paise, then I have to divide rupees by 100. Already you know that if you are given for many and you want to find for 1, then you have to divide. So if 100 paise is given in rupees, that is 1. So for 1 paise we can find, so 1 will be divided, rupee 1 divided by 100, and that will be in decimal we can write 0.01. And how to put the decimal, you know, already we have discussed in the last lecture. Okay, so come to the next question. Okay, next question is on this conversion only. So how to convert rupees to paise and paise to rupee, that I have discussed in one example. So see, here in first example I am converting rupees to paise. So this is rupees 25.2, we have to convert it into paise. So when we convert into paise, we have to multiply it with 100. Okay. So 25.2 into 100, because 1 rupee is given 100 paise. So if I want to find for 2 rupees, it will be 100 into 2. That means we are multiplying with that number. So if I want to find for rupees 25.2, that is 25 rupees, around 25 rupees to paise. So we have to multiply it with 100. So after multiplying, we will get the answer 2520.0. So how to multiply? See, multiplication is very simple. After first of all you have to see the decimal number, and you have to forget about the decimal. Okay, so don't remember that there is a decimal point here. Just you have to multiply as you are doing in previous cases also. You have multiplied so many numbers, so in the same manner we will multiply here. And lastly, at final stage, we have to put the decimal in correct place. And how to put the decimal place, just see here. Now the multiplication of decimal number is very simple. When you will go in class 7, you will get some questions that will be difficult. Okay, so here first of all, see what is the basic. You have to check how to put the decimal point. Okay, so see, 252 into 100. I told you, if you are multiplying with 10, 100, 1000, then you have to write the same number. The answer will be same, 252, because we have to multiply this number with 1. So 252 with 1 will be 252, because any number we can multiply with 1, we will get the same number. So this is the same number. Then next we have to put the zeros at the end. So how many zeros are there? 2 zeros, so 2 zeros. You can directly multiply also, and you can check, the answer will be this only. Okay, so 25200. Now you have to put the decimal point. So where to put the decimal point? So see, after the decimal point, how many digits are there? 1. Okay, only 1 digit is there. So you have to count from the end. Okay, from extreme right you have to count. You have to go 1 digit. Okay, 1, because 1 is there. After decimal point only 1 digit is there. So this is 1. That means you have to put decimal here. Okay. So the answer will be what? 252 2520.0. Okay. So this one is the answer, paise. Okay. You have to write paise, or you can write P. Similarly, see, in the next example we have to convert paise to rupees. So this is the paise which is given 456. So you know that for converting into paise we have to divide by 100, or you can say we have to multiply with 1 by 100. Okay. See, here also 1 paise is given. If I want to find for 456 paise, then what I have to do? I have to write 456 paise. This is already written, so we have to write like this only. And then we have to multiply it with 456. That means what? We are dividing finally. By which number? By 100. So I have done this things directly. Okay, so see, 456 divided by 100, that will be 456 by 100, and decimal point will be what? You can see here the number of zeros is 2 in the denominator. So you know already how to put the decimal point. You have to count from the extreme right, and you have to go to the left side. So two zeros are there, that means you have to go to two places. Okay, two places you have to go to the left, and after that you have to put the decimal point, and remember you have to write the unit. So this is in rupees. Okay, see the next conversion. Next conversion is for length. Okay, so in length already we have discussed in class 5 that meter is the basic unit of length. That means we have to use meter. We use meter in general cases. We use meter for measuring the length. So the largest, you can say the largest unit, that means whenever you have to measure measure very greatest distance, or you can say very large distance, then we have to use kilometer. Okay, that will be the highest one. Then hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. And when we are coming from top to bottom, then we have to multiply. Okay, suppose I want to convert from kilometer to hectometer, then I have to multiply it with 10. Okay, if there is 2 kilometer given and I have to convert it into hectometer, then I have to multiply with 10. So I will get 2 into 10 will be 20 hectometer. Okay, so 2 in kilometers and 20 in hectometers. Similarly, if I want to convert from kilometer to decameter, then I have to multiply again with 110. Okay, so 10 into 10 will be what? 100. So that means I have to multiply with 100. So if 2 kilometer is given and I have to convert into decameter, then I have to multiply it with 100. So 2 into 100 will be 200 decameter. Okay, so similarly, if I come to meter, then I have to multiply again with 10, then again with 10. Okay, like this we have to multiply. Okay, for converting from one unit to the other. Okay, so similarly, see, if I want to convert kilometer to millimeter, that means how many tens will be there? See, 1 2 3 4 5 6. That means when you multiply 6 10, what will be the answer? Yes, 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So see, there are total 6 number of 10. So after one you have to put 6 number of zeros. Okay, so see, what is the answer? Yes, that means if 2 kilometer is given and I want to convert it into millimeter, so 2 you multiply it with 10 lakh. So that means 2 into 10 lakh will be 20 lakh. That will be 20 lakh millimeter. Okay. So similarly, if I want to do the reverse means now I want to go from bottom to top. That means if I want to convert from millimeter to centimeter, then I have to divide by 10. Similarly, if from centimeter to decimeter, then again I have to divide by what? 10. This is for going what? In upward direction. Okay. So already I told you one case how to remember. There is a technique. If you go upward, then you have to divide, and if you go downward, you have to multiply. Okay. So see, now if I want to go from directly millimeter to decimeter, then what will I have to do? First of all, I have to, you can do two things. First you divide by 110 and then again divide by the another 10. So like this you can do in 2 steps also, but see, we can do in one step also. So how to do in one step? You can directly divide with 100, because dividing 2 times by 10 means dividing by what? 100 directly. So just multiply this number. 10 into 10 will be 100. That means you have to divide by 100 directly. So if the question is you have to convert to 2 millimeter to decimeter, then I have to divide this by what? 100. So 2 by 100 will be now in what? Decimeter. Okay, decimeter. So 2 by 100 will be how much? In decimal we can write it as 0.02. Okay, 0.02. Now it is in decimeter. So remember the short forms of every length, every unit, that is kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter. Okay. So like this. So this is the way. Similarly you have to do in the case of capacity. Similarly you have to do in the case of weight. Okay, in weight you have to put gram in place of meter, and in capacity you have to put you have to write liter in place of meter. So see the next one, that is the same thing. Conversion in the third number is capacity. So liter is the basic unit of capacity. Kiloliter, then hectoliter, decaliter, liter, deciliter, centiliter, milliliter. Okay. Similarly, when you go down, you have to multiply with 10 when you step. Means if you step one place, then that means one step. If you go one step down, you have to multiply it with 110, and if you go two step, then you have to multiply with 2 tens. Okay. Similarly, you have to do in case of weight. So weight, you have to write conversion in weight. So just write it. Write that part. Okay, I am not doing it. That is very simple. You know it. Okay. So conversion in weight, you have to write in weight. Gram is the basic unit of weight. Okay. Here also kilogram, hectogram, decagram, then gram, decigram, centigram, milligram. Okay. The steps will be same. That is, you have to multiply when you step down, and if you go up, then you have to divide. Okay. So see student, next question I am doing from exercise 7.5. So question number 1E. So I am doing one question each. So see, in this we have to convert 8.05 into paise. That means we have what? Rupees 1 is equal to 100 paise. That means we have to multiply the given rupees with 100. So we will get what? 805.00. So you can multiply and you can easily find the answer. You can see here 805, when we multiply it with 100, we will get 80500. Then lastly, at final answer, you have to put the decimal point. So see, after decimal point we are having 2 digits. Okay, in decimal part we have 2 digits. So that means we have to count from back side. We have to. So see, the next question is this one. Here we can multiply the given number with 1 by 100, or we can divide it by 100 also. Okay, that is the same thing. So this will be rupees 0.25. You know how to put the decimal point. Okay, so see the next question. Next is number 3. Here we have to convert it into millimeter. Okay, so I am doing 2 questions. One is from centimeter and the other is from meter. So you can just write the units. Okay, so you can easily do it. Then this one will be easier for you if you write these units. Okay, so see here, now we have to convert from centimeter to millimeter. So see, centimeter to millimeter, that means you have to go down, and when we go down, then we have to multiply, and we are going one step only, so we have to multiply with 10. So 8.5 into 10 will be 85.0. We can also write 85, this will be same. So 85, we have to write the unit. Okay, remember you have to mention the unit. Okay, don't forget to write the unit. So next is number E, 6.438 meter. Meter we have to convert into millimeter. So see how many steps we have to go. 1, 2, 3. 3 step means how many tens? Yes, 3 tens, that means 1000. So when we multiply it with 1000, you will get 64328.000. Okay. So this will be what? 6. We can write 6438. Already I have shown you how to multiply a decimal number with 10 or 100 or 1000. You have to just see, don't see the decimal point. Just see how when we multiply this number with 1000, what we will get? We will get 6438000. And how to multiply? Already I told you that we have to multiply this number with 1. If you multiply this number with 1, we will get the same number, and after that you have to put the 0 at the end. So after putting the zeros at the end, we will get 6438000. So now we have to put the decimal point. So we have to count how many digits are there after decimal point. 3 digits are there. That means we have to count from the right side. 1, 2, 3. 3 places we have to go. Then we have to put the decimal point. Okay. So we can write directly 6438. So see the next question. Question number 4. Here you have to convert it into meter. Okay. So first question is centimeter. In centimeter it is given. So we have to go 1, 2 step upward. So when we go 2 step upward, what we have to do? We have to divide, and divided by which number? 2 tens, and 2 tens will be what? 100. Okay. 2 10 will be there, so 10 into 10 will be 100. So after dividing it by 100, we can convert it into decimal, and we can write 0.75 meter. You have to write the unit. Next is 9675 millimeter. So it's in millimeters. So that means you have to go from this. So 1, 2, 3. So we are going 3 steps. Okay. So 3 steps upward. That means we have to divide and divide by 1000 because there are 3 tens. So after dividing by 1000, we will get what? Decimal places should be shift to the what? To the right side. So you have to start from extreme left and extreme right, and you have to go to the left. So how many places you have to go? 1, 2, 3, because zeros are how many? Yes, 3 zeros are there. So see the next question I have taken randomly. So I am not doing question number 5. This is same. You have to see the units and you have to check whether you have to multiply or divide by checking the units. So see in question number 6, you have to convert it into kilogram. So this is given in gram. So we have to go. See 1, 2, 3. From gram to kilogram we have to go because it is given in gram. That means we have to go upwards. So how many steps? See 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. That means we have to divide. Okay, we have to divide by 1000. Okay. So if we divide by 1000, the answer will be what? 0.641 kg. Okay. In the next question, we have to convert in question number 7. Okay. 7, we have to convert it into grams. So 2.76 kg. Kg is here. You have to go to the grams. That means you have to go down. So 1, 2, 3. That means 3 steps. So we are going down. That means we have to multiply. And multiplying by what? 1000, because 3 steps we are going. So if we multiply by 1000, just see, don't see the decimal, just multiply 276 with 1, you will get 276, and after that you have to put the 3 zeros. So that also we have written. Next, now we have to put the decimal point. So where we have to put, see, there are 2 digits only after decimal point. That means you have to count from the back side and you have to go 2 places towards the front side, or you can say towards the left side. So 1, 2. That means here the decimal point should be placed. Okay, and you have to write the unit. We are converting into gram, so we have to write. Okay, so next we can write it as like this, because after decimal point, if there is 0, there will be no, means we can if we don't write this, then also the answer will be same and it will be correct. Okay, so 2760 gram. So students, try to do the remaining question. Okay, because see here only 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is there. So I am going to discuss this question. See, in question number 8, a shirt cost rupees this and a pair of pant cost this. Okay, so find the total cost. So if here we have to find the total cost, that means the 2 cost we have to add. So here in 8 number you have to use addition. So see, in last exercise also we have done already addition in decimal numbers. So like that only you have to do. Okay, so try to do this question. Next, number 9 is cost of a pen is given rupees 67.50. If a 100 rupee note is paid, what change will be returned? Okay, that means you went to the market and you brought a pen of rupees 67.40 and you have given how much money? 100 rupee money, 100 rupee note to the shopkeeper. Then how much change you will get? That means you have to subtract. Okay, so you have to subtract the cost of the pen, that is 67.40 from 100. So 100 you can write 100.00 because you have to make the like decimal number. So 100.00 minus 67.40. Okay students, so try to do this question. Next is number 10. A rope is of length 7.37 meter. If 2.78 is cut from it, how much of the rope is left? So here first question is, there is a rope having length 7.37 meter and 2.78 meter is cut from it. So how much will be the remaining length of the rope? That means you have to subtract. Okay, how much they are cutting, that length you have to subtract from the total length of the rope. Okay, so subtract 2.78 meter from 7.37 meter. Remember, you have to write the unit. Okay, mention the unit. So this is the first question, and the second question is this rope sufficient to tie a cloth line between 2 hooks which are 6 meter apart? So if there are 2 hooks 6 meter apart and we are we want to tie the rope, okay, for hanging the clothes, okay, for this purpose, okay, we want to tie the rope in the two hooks. Then will it be sufficient? The remaining, you have to check for the remaining length, okay. So how much you will get in the first case after subtracting that length. If it is equal to, if it is equal to 6 meter, then it will be okay, you can tie the rope in the two hooks. But if the length you will get after subtracting it is less than 6 meter, then you cannot tie the rope in the two hooks, okay. So you have to check this one, okay. And next is, if it is given, if not, how much more is required. So see, if the rope is not sufficient in length, then you have to do what? You have to do subtraction, okay. You have to do subtraction. You have to find the difference between 6 meter, which is given in the second condition, and the number you will get. You got in that case after subtracting 2.78 from 7.37. That number you have to that number and 6 meter, you have to find the difference between them, okay. That will be the final answer. So see, here there are three questions, okay. First case, you have to do subtraction for finding the remaining length of the rope. Second question is the rope is sufficient to tie between the in the hooks, which is 6 meter apart. This is the second question, okay. This is, you have to check that 6 meter is less or it is greater than the answer you got in the first case, okay. And the last question will be, if not, how much more is required, then again you have to do subtraction, okay. So do it, okay. So the remaining two questions, please try to do it, students. If you don't understand, if you have any problem, I can discuss again, okay. So with this our chapter will be finished now. One chapter checkup is remaining, and in chapter checkup you can see there are no application based question. Only the application based question are 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. There are no application based questions, so try to do the question from examples also, okay. So thank you, students.